Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this family. Welcome back to this place. My name is Juliet Ojako and I'm a Port Harcourt based YouTuber. I do everything hair, beauty, lifestyle and every other thing that seems interesting. So in this video I'm going to be putting you guys through on how I achieved this braided wig. Yes, as you guys can see, this is a braided wig and I love it so much, and I'm going to put you guys through on how to achieve this. Like, yeah, I did it. In my opinion, I feel like it suits me and it's really nice and it's very flat. So if you want to see how to achieve it, make sure you watch to the very end of this video. Make sure you stick to this channel. Make sure you watch to the very end. It's very important because I'm going to be leaving all the tips and tricks, and I'm also going to be telling you guys how I corrected some of my errors that I did along the way. So make sure you watch. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm going to leave my Instagram page here and also my business, my other page where I post most of my braids. Also go check me out there, go follow me, go show me some love. Okay, so that is it. So I'm starting off with my wig cap and I'm placing it on the mannequin head. I'm just taking my time to position it well, and I'm using my wig pin to keep it in place because you really want to see what you're working with. So this is a 5x5 Swiss lace, and I'm going ahead to position it on the head now. You have to be careful with this process because you really want to get it as flat as possible before you start sewing in. So just take your time to place it well and use your wig pin to position it in the right places. For hair extensions, I'm going to be using the LUSH hair extension in color 33, color 27. Later I added darling extension in silver white just for a little bit of highlight. So I'm done with the sewing in, and this is what it looks like. It's very flat and smooth, and that's what you want to get. Going forward, I'm using the measuring tape to get the middle part of this hair because I want it to be very exact and equal. And then I actually took out 1.5 inches from both sides from the middle part. You guys are going to see why I did this. So you just want to section your hair very well. So I went ahead to use this pencil to elongate the middle part to the back, just so that it will be clear, and also to mark out where the ventilation will end in the front. So watching this now, you guys have already seen that I've done a lot of the ventilation. So basically what I did was that the middle part is actually 2 lines. I just skipped 2 lines in the middle for the parting, and then for each individual ventilator, I'm not ventilating everything together. I'm actually doing it part by part, so I don't have to cut out anything when I'm braiding. So basically I'm just doing 3 lines. I'm ventilating 3 lines, then I'll skip 1 line before I enter another part. So this is what it looks like. This is where the 1.5 inches stops, and then the remaining part of the hair I'm just crocheting about 3 or 5 to 4 hairs on it because it won't be seen when I'm braiding. So this is what the finished look like. I have a detailed video on how to ventilate, on how I actually did this ventilation, so I'm going to link it up there for you to check it out. So going forward, I'm trying to mark out my tracks now. So I placed the tape at the beginning of the hair and at the back. From my front hair to the back of my hair is 14 inches, and this is me putting it down. So from there I'm marking out 1 inches, and then when I got to the middle of the hair I started marking out 1/2 inches because I want that place to be full and tight. You don't want to have holes in your hair. So I'm using my pencil as usual, and I'm using it to extend the line that I've already marked out. This will be my track and as a guide for me to braid this hair. So of course I'm using my crochet pin to crochet the hair. This wig cap is actually very not so strong, so when I was doing that, some of them were pulling out. So you have to take in enough pass it through like about 6 or 7 holes for it to hold. If not, it's going to tear out. And it was more expensive than the one I used to use before. But the one I used to use before is actually very strong. It's just that it's very tight. But this is not that tight, which is comfortable. But the nets are not that strong. So this is me braiding and braiding and braiding. I have a video already up on how I actually braid my hair on a dummy cap or on a wig cap. So I've done most of it, and this is the side view of the part I've done, like to close up where I stitched. So this is me trying to close up the Swiss lace, or the place where I stitched it, to the wig cap. And I'm using my small crochet pin to do this. I'm just crocheting small amount of the hair on the Swiss lace. As you guys can see, I'm crocheting small amount of hair on the lace, and I'll just crochet it and then leave about 5 lines before I crochet another small hair. This will just flatten out, close up the area that I stitched. But actually later on, I took out like about 6 of this hair that I braided on this part. The reason why I did it was because when I finished braiding everything, it wasn't as flat as I would want it. That side was a lot like puffed out, so I have to take it out completely. Like I took about 5 to 6 hairs on both sides, so that at least the part you're seeing will be very, very flat. But the back, I didn't take it out because it wasn't that visible, and I really need the back to be full and closed. So this is me braiding in on the wig cap. So after braiding this thing, because I actually crocheted the hair and it can actually tear out from the net because it's bulky, I still went ahead to use my needle and thread to sew this hair down. So you can as well braid it out and then later now sew it into the closure. Whichever one that is conducive for you, you can actually do that. So this is me doing the Lord's work. Okay, moving forward, this is me trying to do the weaving, so I'll kind of demonstrate. So I'm using my jam to place on the part, and as you guys, the way I ventilated this hair extension, you don't need to part it again. You just need to take out the section because the pattern is already there. Like I skipped a line before I started a new section, and they are equal in size. That's another way to get it very equal in both areas. So yeah, I started doing my feeding braids because that's literally what I did. I started off with braiding the hair alone before I started adding hair extensions to it. So I think it's self-explanatory at this point, so I'm just going to let you guys watch it through. But if you really want to see how to do feeding braids in detail, let me know in the comment section, please. Let me know in the comment section, so I will do a video dedicating on how to I will do a video on how to do your feeding braids. And yeah, so enjoy. So yeah, I'm done, and this is what the finisher looks like. I left out I didn't braid it to the end. That's because I want to coil it. So I'm using shea butter to apply to the tips of it, and I'm brushing it out because you want it to be very smooth and tangle free. So I'm taking section by section, and I'm using my palm rod, rolling it on my palm rod. I'm actually There's a way I rolled it. Everything wasn't equal. Like it was like a step-by-step rolling from the top to the bottom. So the top is a lot shorter, and then the ones at the back are longer, if that makes sense. But you can decide to roll everything to be equal in size. But yeah, I chose this method. It wasn't that visible, but it still did the job. So this is me as usual, brushing. First of all, you apply your cream or your shea butter or your hair cream, brush, use your perm rod, comb if possible, and then roll it on the perm rod and set it aside. So I went ahead to dip it in hot water, of course, and everything is well set and dry. Not so dry, kind of damp at this point, but it's not dripping. So I went ahead to unravel the hair from the perm rod gently. You really want to do this gently so you don't mess with the coils. At this point it's cool, so of course the coils cannot go back, but you're still wet and you don't want to scatter the whole thing. So this is me, of course, unraveling the perm rod from the hair, or the hair from the perm rod. So this is what the hair looks after coiling it. It's so juicy. I love the coils and how it came out. So I'm just gently running my fingers through the hair just to separate it. You have to do this gently, guys. You have to do this gently so you don't mess up with what you have done, the beautiful work you have done, guys. I'm really loving this hair at this point. It's glowing, it's giving, it's all that I dreamed about. So yeah, that is it. So I went ahead to cut out the tips. You know, the tips is always very messy and doesn't always look very good. So I cut out the tips, and then I'm using my mousse to, to run through it, and also my eco styling gel just to, give it some moistures and texture, if that makes sense. I'm also using my mousse and, to smoothen out any flyovers on the braided hair. This hair was smooth and very tight. Like, I really love the work I have done here, guys. I can't even lie. I feel so proud. I felt so proud at that point, and I'm still proud right now. So look at what the coils looks like, guys. It's giving. So I also used my hair cream to apply on the hair as well. If you have the spray would have done better, but I didn't have the spray at this point, so I used the cream. So that is it, guys. That is everything. The hair is looking gorgeous. I'm super proud of myself. Okay, I didn't even mention that I went off camera to do the baby hairs. I actually left it for the last because I want to try the hair and see where it fits and where I want the baby hairs to be. You guys already know I don't like too many baby hairs. I just keep it simple and neat. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, this is me ready to install the hair on my head. So this is what the wig looks like. Look at what the inside is looking. It's very neat inside, and the hair is full, as you guys can see. The coils are given. So this is me trying to cut out the excess lace. You have to do this, and then I went in with my face foundation beneath the lace. You want to tint it so it will match with your color, but as you guys see, it's not giving what I wanted it to give. So I went and I used a small brush to also pat the foundation in the middle part, and at this point it was still not giving me that color that I wanted, but I still went ahead to do it. So I'll see what it looks like, but it's not giving. So this is where it is actually giving scalp. Yeah, it's giving scalp at this moment because I used my concealer to run through it, a darker concealer, and it's now giving all that it should give. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at the blend. I'm so proud of myself. Give it up for me in the comment section, guys. Give it up for me. I'm super proud. Yeah. So that brings me to the end of this video. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see any video type, you can leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the hair. Do you think I did well? As you guys can see along the way, you see that I changed some few stuff. The first foundation I applied wasn't a correct match, so it didn't blend very well to my face, so I went ahead to use a darker concealer to actually make it a lot more darker. So feel free to try and get the perfect shade for yourself. So okay, that being said, yeah, that's it. Don't forget again to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. If you want to see more wig types, you guys already know. So yeah, so in total I used 2.5 packs, but if you want to make this wig, I really suggest you do 3 packs of hair extension so that you don't just run out of hair extensions along the way. So I really love this hair, to be honest. I really like it, and this is my first time trying something like this, like different colors, and I feel like it came out really nice and it suits me in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section if you think it looks nice on me and if you're willing to try this. So that's it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.